Well, I'd just like to start by saying it's a pleasure to see me.
And for us too.
starting?
And for us too.
Actually, I've heard some stuff about you guys.
Really?
Yeah, some of it involving farm animals.
Yes. Well, we can explain. We were drunk and we needed the money. We were also
Only
young.
cute goats.
I've never been drunk, actually.
Have you not?
No,
you've not-
nothing.
No.
Oh,
Never
that's
been
right.
drunk, never been high, never smoked cigarettes.
Well, you were too busy running an empire.
But his team, but your entire band, right? Would the rest of the band partake in
the two original
dark
guys,
arts?
Ace and Peter, indulged.
Yeah,
They
It's
did.
kind of a big word like gymnasium, but
Yeah.
take it to the extreme.
Yeah.
yeah.
Paul Stanley was
Never, not
he works
really.
out.
No, he pretends to. I mean, I love the guy like my brother, but he does the whole only in front of people. He'll gargle and put his nose in, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, he knows I'm gonna pile into him for that. The fuck you doing? If you want to drink it, drink it. Stop it with the.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. He does. This guy
dark.
does the same thing.
But
Yeah.
that's just. But he knows his stuff. He knows about carpets and anything Persian, rugs and stuff.
But Gene, what made you just not get into the drugs and alcohol when it's kind of a big
It's
part
really
of the culture?
it really goes back. How serious do you want to get, or do you want to?
Well, I'm
As
curious.
no, let him answer it. As serious as you want to get.
I asked first, didn't I?
You asked
Yeah.
first. Well, I'm more that question kind of piggybacks to the idea that you've been relevant for 50 years, and it's a very rare thing.
Terry, I'm in the middle of the podcast. We're good. Oh, she's outside.
Have her come in.
My medium.
Sanaz is going to get her.
We got you covered, brother.
We got you covered.
Gene just turned down a $5 million deal. Nope.
Yeah, he just said
Click.
that. He did this out, Dean.
$5 million?
Call me when you're serious.
$5 million. Call me tomorrow. Busy.
Yeah.
Click.
Well, you're very kind.
How old were you when you started? How old were you when you started Kiss? I'm interested in how you got the idea. Like,
Nobody can lay claim to it. Scientists often use words that the rest of us can't understand. Singularity. I mean, when did you ever use that word in a sentence?
Right.
Never.
But it sort of means every once in a while, and that could be millennia or right away, things just happen
Yep.
that you can't often duplicate. It
Lightning in a
just
bottle.
happens.
Lightning
yeah,
in a
lightning
bottle.
in a bottle. Lightning in a bottle.
Yeah. Although lightning does strike twice, and people have been hit more than once by lightning.
it's true.
And there's been a number of bands, right? Like a number of hit
there
bands.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what you can't point to is by luck being born at the right place, by luck having the right thing at the right time at the right place, and then those things are more than likely to happen than not. So if you take the Beatles, the
Yeah.
most complete band of all time with the kind of talent you can't figure out,
There she is.
and if you stick them in the 1800s, there's probably not a chance in hell that would happen because, the music was different and people's ears weren't tuned to that. So you have to have the right thing at the right place and the right time. So the long-winded answer to your question is I happened to meet a guy named Paul Stanley. He and I hardly have ever agreed on anything, but it is that sort of 1 + 1 = 3
The
kind of
dynamic.
thing.
Yeah.
And you can point to other bands. Like we couldn't shine the shoes of Lennon, McCartney, or Jagger Richards, any of those guys, but there are similarities in the you might have expertise or know stuff I don't. And likewise, I may know stuff that you don't. I mean, look at you two. If you didn't pitch for the same team, I think you
You think that because you can feel the connection between us. And the night is still young.
And we should start a band.
The night is still young.
I
and
think we should start a band.
You know what? And Gene could be you could be our maestro.
I don't want to go there. I'm
Our
not
coach.
qualified.
I'm not qualified.
I mean, I can't sing, but I can dance, especially if I'm in a leotard.
But Gene, to that point, how is right timing, right place. Do you think you could
Right
do it?
thing, right place, right time.
And do you think you could recreate? Could a band, if there's a young kid listening now and he wants to start a
well,
band?
times change.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you think you could
No.
recreate that now in the climate culture we're in now?
No. You well, now is the time of the pop princess. Females rule the planet. Ariana and and all the rest
In
of them.
pop, yeah, but country, yeah, is more male.
But
dominated.
likewise, the country girls are gorgeous. I mean, if they weren't singing, they'd be models.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a thing, and it's reflective of culture. Really is. Music,
And technology, though, because Kiss was able to cultivate a mystery.
which likewise is a reflection of culture. People's, the attention deficit disorder. Everything is instantaneous. You don't have time to sit down and
There's no albums
there are no albums.
There's no
It's all
albums.
right away.
right away.
So at any rate, I'm not criticizing it. It is what it is. It's the nature of the beast.
It's kind of a bummer though, because also not only are there not albums, there's also no bands. There's
It's
really
a
no
bummer-
bands.
It's a bummer for you, but if you're 14 and you live on TikTok, it's
Yeah,
not a
that's
bummer.
true.
That's what you
That's true.
digest. That's the world you live in.
But you guys did something for me growing up. When I was 14, a Kiss was all I listened to. And so here are a couple of things. Ace Frehley could play the guitar so well and fast that the guitar would smoke. No one else. And I believed that. Also, no one had ever seen Kiss with their makeup off. Like, I was like, dude, that was the biggest thing. Like, nobody's ever seen them with their makeup off. These things that you could get away with before TikTok came out.
Oh,
There
look
it
at
is.
that
Look
case.
at that. Look at that.
Our boy Jim Norton was on here. He collects, one of the things we're talking about is the merch you do, not to interrupt you, but you
Yeah.
get sidetracked, but also our boy Jim Norton, who's a famous comic, he collects all your posters. Like he was literally on the
Nerd.
show and he's like, oh man, I bought this one from Japan. And he's like, there's a small tear in it. I'm like, what the? And he's
Well, you can
50
certainly
years
make
old.
a small fortune collecting that stuff. And if you're curious, you can go to the Rio Hotel in Las Vegas, and there's the Kiss Museum there, which is really my collection over the past half a century. Everything from, get ready for the joke, I've said it before, here it comes. Everything from Kiss condoms, there were Kiss and are Kiss condoms, to Kiss caskets. We'll get you coming and we'll get you going.
Kiss caskets.
I
That
like
is-
it, dude.
Thank you
I
for
like
that.
it.
Oh, there it is.
Super
There it
fan.
Look
is.
at
Yeah,
that.
And it is
Look
all
at
is
that.
that, it is all the kind of the merch, the art, the face paint. When you guys were starting, is that all your idea, Gene?
No, nobody within the band, that's all my stuff. Nobody within the band can lay claim to anything. We were just sort of there, and it happened. Literally the first day, we were in a rat-infested loft, 10 East 23rd Street, 10 blocks from Madison Square Garden. It only took us a year and a half to go there and,
Jeez.
and headline and do all that stuff.
Think about that, dude.
One day we just decided to go down to what was called Woolworth's and buy clown makeup and some other stuff. I loved the plastic ice cubes that had flies in it so that you could drop that in a girl's drink and she'd squeal, and we all loved that, which
Yeah.
is why we stick frogs up their dresses. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
That'll work.